Hey, I hope you guys have been doing well and have been working hard on your trading. In this video, we're going to be looking at NIO. The last video that I made was right around when we were hitting that $6 resistance, trading right around that level. Since then, we have pushed higher, cracked above 7. We actually hit $7.50 this morning, and then we closed out today right around $7 a share. So I want to be looking at some resistance levels along with some support levels and see where we could potentially see NIO going by the end of this week and maybe even into next week. So let's go ahead and dive on into that chart. So here we have the weekly time frame up, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I like to look at the weekly time frame. It gives a nice little view of what the stock has been doing over the course of the past couple of years to even the past couple of decades, depending on how long it has been traded. So NIO, only has been traded for a couple of years now, and you can see we took a real low swing here to the $1 price point, and that was just last fall, and ever since we have been pushing higher and higher. A lot of this is on some good delivery numbers, good statistics, and encouraging comments from NIO's board, CEO, CFO, along with the fact that some institutions are actually recommending it as a buy and moving the price target up above $6 a share. And you can see we've actually cracked above $6 and above $7 a share even today. So now here on the weekly, I think it does indicate a nice resistance level that not all people might see if they don't look at this long-term time frame. So you can see here in the past, we've struggled to really break through this $7.75 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in a resistance there. And, I like to say 775 because while we did have the price crack above $8 a share, we never really seemed to close above it. We could push through it, but then we would retrace back down from even back here in late 2018. And then as we moved into the early stages of 2019. But when we did break through it and close above it, we saw that huge spike. And then eventually we ended up selling back down. But so we could even throw a resistance up here around $10, which at the moment might not be, a reasonable resistance that we'll get to that soon, but it could be in due time, say a few months or even by the end of the year, we could be up at that level. But I definitely think this $7.75 is a reasonable resistance. Now, if we move this in a little bit closer, let's look here on the 4-hour time frame. Again, this is giving us a nice little depiction. We had this upward channel that we were in. We finally broke up. That was on the earnings and the buy signal, I think from Goldman Sachs. We then pushed up right here to that $6 resistance that I was talking about. And if we move it in even closer, because I think this 20-day hourly chart gives us a nice, better picture of it. You can see we hit it, kind of consolidated for a few days. That was good to see. We hit it again, then we broke above it. So that was nice. We had a nice solid break all the way up here to about $6.75. From there, we kind of fizzled out. We traded all the way back down. And this was late during last week when really the market as a whole was kind of tumbling down. And so NIO followed suit there. We traded right back down to about $6. And we actually cracked below. What I was looking at was down here at about $5.60. If you see pre-market, we actually hit that level. And then when we opened up, this was last Thursday, when we opened up, we saw a nice push back up to 6, closed pretty weak. Friday, we opened up a little bit above it, and then now Monday and now Tuesday, we have made some significant progress up above 6. So I think we have a pretty good support down here around $5.50 all the way up here to about $5.70 to about $5.75. And you can see we've made like these little higher lows here as we've been pushing along over the past few days. Now we pushed all the way up through $7, and then after hours yesterday and pre-market today, we saw a nice surge all the way up to $7.49. But you can see as the market opened, this thing just sold off. And I really think, that's not a huge surprise. This thing rallied from $6 all the way up to $7.50, a 23% gain over the course of one day. So I wasn't really shocked to see that there were some profit takers there. That would be kind of silly to just leave those profits on the table and wait for others to take them. Now, we did have a very strong sell-off for majority of the day, but then as we came back and we hit last Tuesday's high, right? So right in here around $6.75, we found some support, and then into close, we pushed higher and made it all the way up here to $7 a share. So I think that was a very solid close, and that shows that there is some strength still in NIO that could push it all the way up to that $7.75 price point, say, by the end of the week. I'm not saying it's going to get there, but I think that this is a good sign that it still does have some strength, even though, we had this huge sell-off from 750 all the way down here to about 675. Now, if we do open up tomorrow, we're still right around this 670 to about $7 price point. We haven't broken higher. I would want to see today's lows hold. So that's going to be right around $6.70. I think if we start to break down from there, we could be seeing levels down here around $6.50. So right in here. And then from there, I think a more reasonable level that it could drop to would be down here in the low sixes around 620. So right in there, and you can see it acted as a top, and then it was kind of a floor back here last Wednesday. If we were to even move lower than that, I would really want to see the $6 price point hold from there. It could be that we're going into a bit of a deeper correction off of this big move, and that wouldn't really bode well. But nonetheless, I think the really important target to look at from a more long-term time frame is this $7.75 price point. If we can continue to push and close above 775, this thing could really rocket up. What I'm looking for is to see a bit of a blow off top. We've seen these moves in the past where we see, a couple 100% and then a huge retracement. It's usually once we have a blow off top. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, and then it's going to settle back down, gather some sort of consolidation, and then probably move higher as we look towards the more long term. So like say by the end of this year or as we move into next year. So, from this video, I'd really just like for you guys to take away that this $7.75 price point is going to be a strong resistance. And then, ideally we want to see it hold above $6 a share, as that was a big resistance in the past that we have now cracked above. And if we were to break back down below it, I think that might be a bit of a poor sign that the buyers aren't there to hold us above $6 a share. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to leave a comment, tell me something that I may have missed or another stock that you'd like for me to look at, please let me know. So with that, I will catch you guys in the next one.